Hello YouTube, we're back here with another JUND Shadow video. I saw a lot of comments on my last Shadow or JUND Shadow deck, like kind of talking about how Ragavan might not be the best threat in the world, and how Kroxa might just be a better late game engine. While it might be a little bit worse early game, I think DRC is just like good enough. I'm a little bit concerned about like actually having that turn one play, because the nice thing about having like 2 or 3 Ragavans is like you get to play it more often. So you pretty much have a turn one creature almost every game, which is really nice. Well, while like Shadow technically is a turn one play, it's not really. And I'm a little bit interested in trying out whether Kroxa is good. With the full 4 DRCs not cast in the front half of Kroxa is pretty likely. That's kind of like where I am. I've never been like a huge fan of like hard casting Kroxa on the front half, but like escaping out of the bin as a 4 drop, 6/6, pretty reasonable. I also have seen the dress down versions, which I might try next. Just like pretty much making it on turn 2, you have the possibility of Croxing, which is like, that's super sweet. Dress down's honestly pretty good in the format, although I still think I love Jund. I'm just a big fan of Jund. So like Goyf, I'm just a sucker for Goyf and green specifically. I think the main deck's pretty good. The only thing we've really changed is I've added a Trophy, a Terminate, and a Kroxa in replace in replace of the Ragavan, and then like I add a Seal of Fire to help turn on Delirium, and like as a Lurrus, like looping against like certain creature decks. Sideboard's pretty much the same. There's nothing like too crazy. We have 3 spell bombs, 3 EEs, which honestly I think you might want 4 spell bombs right now instead of the second E or the third EE. Trophies just for like any problematic threat like or not terminate. I was gonna say Murktide, Tron, stuff like that. K Command, just a good grindy card. I added another Kroxa and Dothy. I think this is very like interchangeable and like not where you specifically want to be. Although I do think Dothy's really good right now, and I kind of want to try it out in these decks. Although I don't really know where you would put it in replace. Like I don't think it's better than Goyf, and like it's not better than Scourge. It might be in like better than Kroxa, but I'm not 100% sure. And then Alpine Moon, obviously, just for like Tron and Urza Saga, just hitting it. But anyways, we're about to get into the first match. If you could hit the like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be amazing. And I'll see you all in the first game. We're getting into the first match. We are on the draw, which is so sad. So sad. Let me just make sure. Okay. Everything looks fine. Let's see. Our opponent, let's see if they reveal a companion or not. They do. We got a Lurrus mirror. I'm definitely concerned that we're going to get ran over by a Ragavan of their own, but I think we're going to keep this hand. Like, it's very threat dense, which I think tends to be favorable in these Lurrus mirrors. Okay, they don't have... Thank God they don't have Ragavan, or else we would just be like completely just losing right off the bat. They're keeping something on top. I'm just kind of curious. So they lead off with the mountain. So does this mean that they are burn? They could be burn, realistically. Like, I mean, burn decks are playing DRC these days. This is interesting. I don't really know what deck. Just like basic mountain is very bizarre to me. That's just the part that gets me. I mean, it could be black red Lurrus. It's very likely that that could be it. I'll just take the 1 here. I don't think killing DRC is too important. Like if they are somehow like a Scourge the Skyclave deck, I'd rather push that. I'm not 100% like sold that would be the case, but we shall see. And us getting hit by for 1 really isn't that bad. Okay, so they're Jund as well. Oh god, they got a Rin 6. Well, this is gonna be a hard one. Renin 6 is very annoying. Very good. Keep another card on top. Okay. So we're going to have to get a Blood Crypt here. And we're going to push this DRC. We would love to draw something like a Thoughtseize. I don't think we're going to be casting a Thoughtseize. I think we're just going to play our Tarmogoyf here. Next turn, we can go Thoughtseize, Shadow, which seems pretty reasonable. Seems very reasonable. And if they buy Lurrus this turn, which I couldn't imagine them doing that, but if they did, that'd be fantastic. We'd have the opportunity to kill Rin, which is kind of huge. Let's see what they do here, though. I wonder if they are a Scourge deck. Inquisition. Alright. Honestly, our hand's pretty good. Not really much they can poke a hole. I guess they want to take Thoughtseize here. Or Scourge. I think those are both very defensible. And they do have Delirium now, which is kind of an oof. It's a big oof. Yeah, that's exactly why. All the super efficient 1-mana answers are very annoying. Another Scourge. It's not bad. Get a Blood Crypt here. Alright. Alrighty. Here we are. Please, no more Unholy Heats. DRC is fine. Nothing like terrifying. Nothing terrifying. Okay, I mean, I have a Thoughtseize, which I guess is fine. I guess they're going to take our Scourge here. And they kind of like, it feels like they're forced to take Scourge. So they don't even have an Unholy Heat, which is good, because they would have killed our Scourge before this. Unless their plan is to attack, trade Ragavan for Scourge, which seems super bad. Like, if they had it, they would have used it. So what do we think their hand is? Maybe like Terminate? Terminate could make some sense. Fatal Push. That also makes sense. I think we're just gonna have to take a chance here. Like, yeah, let's. I mean, I think we're so far behind that we just have to take a risk here that they don't hit anything. If they hit something, we lose, but it's kind of like we're already in that position. It's not much we can do about it. A trophy? Trophy is pretty good. They have land in hand. I think we're attacking face here. Yeah, let's just attack face. This DRC is forced to attack next turn, so yeah, I don't think there's any point in attacking Renin 6 here. Okay, they didn't block. Wow. I was going to say, I think this play goes poorly to them blocking with DRC, but they didn't. So I feel like we're definitely ahead. I mean, barring the fact that they could draw something that just completely shits on us. But Lurrus is not that. One, two, three, four. Okay, so this DRC has to attack. They're at 4. Yikes. I mean, they're gonna be forced to double chump here. which is not necessarily that good for them. They are dead if they don't have anything, so... Oh, wait, what? 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow, they figured out a way to... Hold up, turn off all yields. Let's say we could trophy something here, but like I don't think it really matters. I think we're just gonna have to trophy the Lurrus, right? So let's just do that now. Yeah. So removal spell wins us the game. Come on. Good one. Ragavan wins us. Ragavan doesn't win us the game. Fetch land does nothing. And we just have to attack them. They don't... I mean, I guess we're actually not in that bad of a spot here. Have to block with both. They can't really kill anything. I guess they have fatal pushes. Let's have Kolaghan's commands. Yeah, we're probably losing this game. But the problem is we just lost to Ren in 6. It's just super annoying. Yeah. It's like all they're just like, yeah, we just can't win this game now, right? Or it's gonna be very difficult. They just have Bolt 3 times. Yeah, that feels bad losing to Ren in 6. I mean, I don't think there is like we could have trophied the Ren. We could have attacked the Ren at some point, but like our line really wasn't that bad. Like we lost to Ren regardless. Like if we trophy the Ren, they get a land, then they just buy it back with Lurrus, which like we just can't beat that. And like our line, we win with like quite a few things. Like a removal spell, a TBR, Ragavan even keeps us like in a decent spot because we could have attacked Rin for 2. Like, or I guess we don't have Ragavans. I forgot we don't have Ragavans. Well, maybe that was a little bit worse than this rice slaps, bruh. Yeah, it does. I mean, we had, look at all of our. We had what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards that would have done something. Yeah, I think that was a fine line. Maybe it wasn't. So let's just bring in everything that I feel like we're going to put all of our probably has some text cards over here. Cards that should not be in there. TBR, like taking out the Inquisitions. I think Bolts and Seal are just like not very good, although they're like respectable. Terminates. I don't really like Terminate here. I think it's fine, but I wanna have the ability to answer Ren 6 as well, and I think Trophy's just better at that. And like Unholy Heat's just also better. I think we'll go like this. Oopsies. Took out what? 2 bolts. Oopsies. Terminates. And Inquisitions. And a seal. I think this is like a fine looking sideboard plan. I'm not sure. I definitely want to stream at least 1 league. But I'm not sure. Maybe we don't want spell bombs here. I'll do a spell bomb for a bolt. Like 2 is fine. 2 is fine. We'll definitely take the play. Okay, so like It's interesting because, oh god, we keep this hand? I think we're fine with this hand. It's really not amazing, but I like keeping land-heavy hands, and especially with the Kroxa in it. It's fine. Just not lose to a run 6 again. All right. Maybe our keep was bad. We just don't have any removal spells, which feels atrocious. Atrocious. K command. That one's pretty good. Let's just go get a blood or a tomb here. Doesn't die to Unholy Heat, dies to Bolt, but I feel like Bolt just comes out in most cases against us. Maybe I'm mistaken. I guess I'm mistaken. I would not keep Bolt in against our deck. I mean, like 1 or 2 copies is fine, but the problem is like most times it won't end up actually being able to kill anything. So that's the main reason I don't like it. Our opponent obviously thinks differently, but I tend to believe that like Bolt's just not very good. That's like why it was one of my first cuts, like that and Seal of Fire. Just feel like the card's just very medium and mediocre. That was not a bad draw. Let's go with Kroxa. Just not give them any information here of what we're doing. We are going to Unholy Heat here, I believe. Guess we can wait. There's no real rush here. Just in case they dash a Ragavan. Yeah, there's no real rush. Yeah, precisely. 1, 2, 3. It is awkward that if we kill this, the DRC is online. That is super awkward. Maybe we just have to take a hit here. Does not feel good. Does not feel good at all. But so let's just say hypothetically we Unholy Heat this Ragavan. We go down to 7. We have to tap our Peat land, go down to 6. Turns this DRC into a turn 2 turn clock. They showed us that they have bolts. Yeah, I think sadly I'm going to have to take this. I think we just end up losing the game if we try and kill it. Okay. It's fine. It's not amazing, but it's fine. Definitely a fine play. Shadow Scourge seems like a better play here. Shadow Scourge seems actually very good for us. Don't really know what they can do to kill us here. Hopefully they don't have like, I mean their hand's all spells, but hopefully it's nothing too horrible. If it's just like Unholy Heats, that's fine, but I don't think it is an Unholy Heat. I guess that's very reasonable. Heat on Scourge is fine. They push here, then we just play Kroxa. Bobble. So, I think we're gonna have to ask ourselves here, is taking a point of damage here worth it? I don't think it is. Tomb. You're at 20k. You're funny. Okay, what are we exiling here? We definitely want to keep the creatures for, or at least some of the creatures. So 2 lands for sure. A K command Unholy doesn't matter, so that's 1, 2, 3. Don't think we want Goyf, and we might want Scourge, we might want Shadow. So I guess we can take the land out because we do have this Peat land on the battlefield, so I think these are the 5 cards. Just not draw a removal spell, please. I mean, again, like, it's just been very awkward that we're, like, down in these games because, like, we've had a very hard time finding removal, and, like, our deck is kind of built around having removal. So it definitely feels bad. Yeah, I noticed that. A Goyf, okay. Goyf is fine. Land. Land, you say? Another Kroxa. Well, I guess... So we just gotta buy Lurrus here. I mean, we're dead to so much. We're just, like, so far behind. It's kind of insane. Kind of insane. Like, This has, like, been a super, like, shitty game, it feels like. We've just had such a hard time finding removal. Just both games. Did take out our 1 tourney, but we also replaced that with a trophy. We found 1 removal spell over the past 2 games. I guess they took our K command. It's just like I'm not even gonna count that as a removal spell, but it does work as a removal spell. Let's just not hit our Nile spell bomb, please. Because then we were actually just like dead. Okay, Mishra's Bobble's fine. Guess we're not fetching here. Do we want to die to Bolt? That's the real question. I mean, we are like so far behind that I think it's kind of defensible to just be like, we kind of need to just draw a Fatal Push next turn anyways. We need to draw a removal spell probably. And I think I'm fine losing to a Lightning Bolt at this point. Because we are just like super far behind. A Wren? Well, that might change the math. That 100% changes it. Changes things, not it, but things. Oh, they don't even downtick on us. Well, we don't want to fetch here because we don't want to die to Wren 6. We don't want to die to them attacking us, and I don't want to have to block this Ragavan. That's what I'm saying. Although maybe that's fine. Maybe just maybe that's fine. I think it would be fine. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Kill us with Lightning Bolt. Why don't you? Bolt us to oblivion, please. Thoughtseize, yikes. Well, that was probably the worst draw on our deck, considering it's not castable. Do we actually want to play Scourge here? Nah, we don't. Just want to play Shadow. We are dead to a removal spell. We are dead to a lightning bolt. We are dead to quite a bit here. We are dead to second Rin. No, yes. No, we're not dead to second Rin. Dead to a K command. Dead to what feels like the world. That we are not dead to. That we are not dead to. Yeah. What do they do? Do they keep one on top? Okay, they put a Goyf to the bin, which is good for us. An EE on 1. Well, we have just gotten absolutely pooped on this game. Feels like we've gotten pooped on. It's not much we could have done, I don't think. Like, I think our hand was actually, like, respectable. It's just weird the way they sequence this. Like, why play DRC before Engineer Explosives? Is the Scry important enough? I don't think it is. Maybe they're just not popping EE here, but that just seems wrong. I'm not sure. I'm like confused by the way they played this game. Because like now, honestly, if we draw a... Why did they do it like that? That's so bad. Like, why not just play the DRC post EE? I'm not certain why they played it like that. Guess we are Kroxing and hoping that... Wow. Okay, that was a draw. That was literally our out, I think. Just leave our Lurrus in the bin. Lurrus and Shadow, I guess. Don't you dare draw a Fatal Push. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is bad. It's not good. It's not good at all. I mean, I guess we're not actually like that dead here. I'm not playing around Veil of Summer. Like, you got it, right? Maybe I should have played around Veil of Summer. The way our opponents played. You're gonna buy another cat? Why? Please no. Please no. Please no. Sorry. I'm kind of in this game right now. Kind of focused on this game. I'm just rude. You're going right now to buy cat. That was also a very good draw. We've drawn pretty well for us being super far behind this game, I believe. And then we fight back, and then I have a feeling we are just going to die to a top decked lightning bolt. Although we do have them dead next turn. We have them dead. Let's just not draw something, please, opponents. I think our opponent punted this game too. Wow. Like, opponent definitely punted this game. Like, they had the... I don't think you should, and if you would, I should come with you. I'll help you get a cat. Alright, I think on the draw, we actually want more Inquisitions than DRCs. I think these cards get a lot worse with them having the ability to have Ren and 6 down on turn 2. So, like, turn 1 DRC is really not that impressive. I actually think EE is also better. I almost just want to cut our DRCs here. Like, the card is good. It's just, we kind of get really far behind if they have their Ragavan starts, and we just kind of can't beat that. So, I guess Bolt's also just, like, fine here. I'm less enthralled with the idea of, like, Goy for something, but I guess we'll have to make do. Maybe I should cut a land here. We are in the draw. Yeah, it's just kind of basic mountain. This might be dumb, but kind of down to cut a land. We definitely don't want to be drawing a bunch of lands, so... Like, we don't... After the third land, we probably just don't want another land. Or the fourth land, I would say. If we're drawing lands, we're losing. Oh my gosh. Okay, sure. I guess this is fine. Guess this is fine. It's not great, but it's fine. like, we cut lands, so we shouldn't be drawing that many lands. So this is kind of like the reason why I cut lands. We've trimmed on our number of lands, so hopefully we don't draw lands. Okay, we draw a Goyf, which is a very good draw. Waiting for their combat, just because I don't want to get dashed out on. Just don't want to get dashed out on. If they have something that saves it, whatever. It happens. I don't know what it would be, but it would have to be something pretty impressive. DRC. Inquisition. Well, there goes our Goyf. Bottom of Bloodstain Mire. Yeah, there goes Goyf. Man, we talk about like trimming a land because we don't want lands, and yet we've drawn 5 lands. Feels bad. I think we're doing this like feels kind of shitty, but kind of need my Scourge to get online. Seal of Fire. Man, oh man, what a time, dude. How do you keep Seal of Fire in against us? I just don't get it. My brain hurts. My brain hurts. Is this Dashed Ragavan? No, this is a Kroxa. Sometimes I just don't understand things. Sometimes I just don't understand things. So sad. So sad. Let's not die to an Unholy Heat, please. Maybe that's a reason to play a fetch land? No. I think we're kind of in an abyss here. Where we are just like more than certainly dead. Our hand has just not shaped out at all what we wanted it. I mean, we definitely kept a land heavy hands, but we got like uber punished. Like uber punished for like what we did. Another DRC. Guess that's fair. I feel like I would have just slammed Kroxa, but where is a bolt at when you need it? Am I right? Yeah, bolt kills them if they don't jump block. Dothy, a little late. Little late, buddy. Alright, well, guess let's make them respect the fact that we might have lightning bolt. Fetch shock bolt and you're dead. See if the opponent plays around it. I mean, I certainly would. They are thoroughly far ahead. Like, what? I just don't. There's nothing to play around here. Just block. And yeah, like I couldn't imagine not blocking here. Although we don't have the bolt, I still think blocking is like very reasonable here. I mean, you only lose 2 lightning bolts. You're dead to a TBR, so that's not like something you should even think about. Okay, they do block. I think this is the smart play. I don't think playing like we're dead to a Kroxa here, but I think we have to accept that. I don't know what we can draw here. So if they play their Kroxa out of the bin, we die. That's like something that I'm going to accept. It's gonna happen. But I don't think they do that. They're playing Seal here. Oh, we're dead to Seal. But they probably should play around Lightning Bolt here. If they were playing around Bolt before, they should probably just play their second DRC here and not lose to it. So if they play Seal Out, I'd be very confused. I just feel like the way, like if you play around something, you should continue to play around it. So, guess they don't. Well, we're dead. Yeah, we are dead. Well, that was a tough match 1. But we're getting into match 2. That was definitely a tough one. Like, guys, we're into match number 2. Let's see. Our hand is not good. Would be good if we had like a fetch land. All right, definitely the best hand we've seen all day. We're definitely just gonna bottom a land. The better question is, have fun. I'm guessing it's the peat land here. I think it's the peat lands. All right. Definitely a respectable hand. And we have a very scripted turn 1. See if we're gonna keep this top card. Another land. I actually don't hate another land, but I don't want to be land flooded. So that makes sense. Like, would I be opposed to drawing a land? No, but I don't want to like know that I'm drawing a land, if that makes sense. Tangle Florahedron. So I'm guessing this has to be elementals. Not really many other decks that play that card. See if we can turn on. We're not gonna be able to turn on Delirium. Terminate's like a fine card, which I think we kind of like need to keep, sadly. I'm not like in love with the idea of having Terminates, but I think that's where we are. My opponent's asking if I've ever heard of Dogecoin. I don't want to know why they are asking, but I'm a little confused. Ancient Ziggurat, is that? Okay, they must be on elementals. Interesting. Very intrigued by their deck right now. Like, most times I feel like you're supposed to save your removal spells for Risen Reef, but I'm gonna spend it here. This might be a mistake. Definitely don't want another land. Also, I probably should have played Shadow post-combat, just because I am afraid of Solitude. Yeah, so I mean... Okay. Let's see. I'm like Goyf. Hand is like turned out very awkward. And like I just feel like we are super duper dead here. Like it's not that I don't want to say like we've done. First of all, Elementals is kind of a tough matchup, but second of all, we just haven't like. I wouldn't say we gotten unlucky with our DRC flips. We just haven't really found what we were looking for. Like if this DRC was turned on, it's attacked what 4 times now. Turn 1, it's turn 4. No, they'd be at. I mean, they'd be at 1 or something like that. Not specifically, not actually sure what they'd be at, but I couldn't imagine they're playing fetch lands too. Okay, they're not. So that'd be a little weird to me. So they can't be playing Ephemerate, right? That's just not a thing. With this mana base, there's no way they're playing Ephemerate, so I feel like they don't have as many pitch elementals. Maybe they do. I guess we're bolting ourselves here. Probably are bolting ourselves here. think we're gonna have to be forced to bolt ourselves. As awkward as that is. Well, let's see how they block. We'll wait till blocks at the bare minimum. So they block Shadow, Shadow, or Goyf, Shadow. The other question is, are they throwing away their Risen Reef here? And I actually don't know if they are. This is like kind of difficult for them to block. So we want to get a little bit lucky here and flip something into our bin with DRC definitely. But let's just say they make like the easy block of that. How much damage is this? Might just block Goyf here? Yeah, I think that's smart. So if we bolt ourselves, that is 12. So I guess we're going for it. All right, we got there. Sweet. Whew. That was a tough one. Like, again, this is definitely like, I have not lost this matchup, but I do think this matchup is very hard. Just because, well, I don't know, maybe not. With the way their deck was configured, I don't know if they're playing Ephemerate. Like, they are playing Ancient Ziggurat, and they're pretty much playing the Human's mana base, it looks like. So I'm a little bit confused whether or not they're actually on Ephemerate or not. And I think that them probably not being on Ephemerate definitely helps us out. Okay, all the removal spells are good. All the discard spells are good. I think TBR is not great. I'm actually convinced that we don't want Assassin's Trophy here. I don't know if we really want Kroxa either. Like, I think one Kroxa is fine. And I'm kind of down to like pitch like maybe Shadow, maybe Scourge the Skyclaves, because they don't really damage themselves. Especially like looking at their mana base, it doesn't seem like it's very likely that they're going to be hurting themselves. So I think in that sense, maybe we want like some backdoor equity here with Temur Battle Rage. And I guess Kroxa is the best option. I don't think EE is necessarily that good because I think we want to get it on 3. So I just kind of like trimming Scourge because like they definitely have some life gain in their deck. And they don't really have a fetch mana base, so it's going to be okay, our opponent is our opponent is chatting up, but I just got distracted now. I think I was talking about EE just being like very hard to hard cast, or at least put on 3, I should say. Not hard cast, or I should say. Okay, so do we value information of them or us more? So do we want to scope our hand in a way that we are like more likely to win, or do we want to know what to take with this Thoughtseize? And based on our hand, I actually feel like having information on their hand is more important because our hand's very good. I don't think there's specifically anything we're looking for. We have 2 removal spells, we have 2 threats, we have a discard spell. So I feel like targeting them with the bauble is better. I think in most cases, like if our hand was a little weaker, I'd probably target ourselves. But like no, the fact that they have a Risen Reef on top is definitely going to help us out here. So we will Thoughtseize, keep that in mind. Keeping that in mind, what do we want to take? So their hand's looking very good then. And in that case, what do we want to take? I feel like it's Voice. Don't really care too much about Fury here. Yeah, it's either Voice or Thunderkin. And I think Thunderkin is just strictly worst based on our hand. So I guess we take Voice here. Yeah, down to take Voice. Their hand is very good. Also, if they attack us, we get to go Shadow Unholy Heat next turn. But maybe that's not what we're going to do. This is also one reason to fetch rather than just play the shocked land, because at least our shadow would be a 2/2 now. Definitely something to think about. Definitely something to think about. DRC. Well, we definitely don't want a double spell here. I actually feel like I'm going to play the Tarmogoyf out here. It's going to be big enough to dodge Fury, and it'll make our shadow bigger the next turn. And like next turn we could just go, we can triple spell. We can go Unholy Heat, Shadow, DRC, or like in a different order, obviously, but we do have that as a plan, and I think it's a pretty respectable plan. Okay. I guess the real question is, maybe we just need to kill both creatures here. Well, that's pretty darn good. Actually, that's not that great. It's not that great. I guess we can go Shadow, Bolt, Heat here, which doesn't feel great. Conversely, we could go like Heat, Terminate, or something like that. Or I guess Bolt, Terminate. Kind of need to kill this Thunderkin. For sure. And I think it is Bolt, Heat, Shadow. I think it's Bolt, Heat, Shadow. They have 4 cards in hand, which is 2 Mystery, an Islet, and a Fury. And one of them is as a spell. We know that. So we kind of like know their hands, although we don't actually know their hand. It feels like we have a pretty good idea of like what's going to be going on. I guess hypothetically we could wait to play Shadow until we can grow it to a 5/5. But I don't think that's really what we want to do. Bolt, Heat, Shadow. Ooh, I missed out on a point of damage. That might come up to bite us in the butt. Yeah, that was a mistake. They have another Risen Reef. We do have a Terminate, so it doesn't look that bad. Another Thunderkin. Don't have a red pitch spell. Don't have a red card in hand, please. I guess that's one reason to wait with our removal spells. This might have been a mistake. 100% a reason to wait with the removal spells. Which might lose us the game here. Okay, they drew another spell, so that's not amazing. Flamekin Harbinger. What are we getting? Probably a Risen Reef. Or a Solitude. I could see either. Another Harbinger. They're looping Harbingers. I feel like I kind of like semi-punted this game. I didn't think about the fact that they got another... Okay, they're getting another Harbinger. Which feels weird. Guess we just attack here. Oh, they don't block. Interesting. So I would usually play around Ephemerate, but I don't think that's something we need to worry about here. Do not think that's something we need to worry about. Just like based on their mana base alone, I don't think that's an issue. Typically, I would play around it, but I'm not going to. Uh-oh. What is this? Skelemental. Yikes. That's an oof. That is a big oof. Oh, God. That is not good at all. Oh, man. I guess, realistically, we're just going to have to give them a trigger with Risen Reef. I think so. I think we're going to have to block the Reef here. Maybe we block Thunderkin here. Terminate here. Oh, man. Oh, man. So, how... Okay, like, can I think about a way to win this game? Oh, man. How do we win this game? I mean, we have to kill Lightning Skelemental, sadly. With the Terminate. I'm just trying to think whether killing Thunderkin or killing Risen Reef is correct. And I'm not actually sure. I feel like it's Risen Reef, which is definitely going to put us in a worse position for next turn, but I think we have to do this. We get to Surveil. Is a Goyf a fine draw? I actually think Goyf is fine. Maybe it's not. No, I think Goyf's fine. I think Goyf is perfectly fine. Perfectly reasonable. Better question is what are they going to get here? Probably Omnath. This has definitely been an interesting game. They just haven't hit a land, which feels kind of bad for us. We've gotten a lot of Risen Reef triggers. I mean, 2 of them, I think only like 3 of them have been blind. So we know they have 2 spells in hand. That, like, they just don't have, lands. So we just got to figure out how do we survive this next turn, and I'm not actually sure. Maybe Goyf should have been a bottom. A Fury. Maybe Goyf should have been a bottom. I think we need to crack this, actually. Lands. Why'd they get Fury? I think Fury does too much. So we're going to have to block Awakener, block Lightning Skelemental, go to 1, and then they're dead on the crackback. So I'm actually confused how they win. Maybe they need to Fury a Goyf here. If they Fury a Goyf, then we have to lose both Goyfs because we can't block the Goyf that has 4 damage on it to... Oh, they got a Risen Reef back? Shit. That's not good. That was a pretty good draw. Or a pretty good card to have. Oof. Tough game. Oh, they get a Thunderkin? I think that's just us dead. Yeah, that's us dead. Alright, GG's. Close game. I feel like we punted with the turn where we decided to use our removal spells at sorcery speed. I'm not actually certain if that was a mistake. I'm not certain. I feel like it was, but the sorcery speed, there's no real reason to do it at sorcery speed, and I think it definitely came back to bite us in the butt. I think this is a pretty good hand. Just because, I mean, I think killing the... I'm not sure. I think I'm playing a little bit scared when it comes to Solitude, but I don't think they're playing Solitude. Or at least they're probably not playing many copies. I just don't think this version would be playing that many. Maybe I'm wrong. I definitely could be, but I think the way their deck is configured, they should not be on Solitude. We don't want a basic mountain. Bobble you, opponents. What are we drawing? Unclaimed territory. Yeah, no, there's no way. No way. Not drawing the best cards. Go land. Maybe I should have played Pete Land. It's worth more damage in the long run. I think I'm down to take 2 damage. Oh, no, never mind. This one's dying. We'll get another Blood Crypt here. That one needs to die. God, basic lands on top of our deck. No, we don't want those. Tarmogoyf, that's pretty good. That one's pretty decent. Down to play it. Next turn we get to go K. I should have played the. Wow, they have subtlety. Interesting. I think we're fine topping this. Maybe we shouldn't. Let's try and think. What's better than a Tarmogoyf? What's worse? Probably a removal spell is better. No, I think this is fine. If they played Ragavan, that'd be crazy. They don't even have Kahira. Oh, I guess they don't have Kahira because they don't really have many mana sources. Like actual mana sources. White. Vesper Lark. Interesting. I think I'm down just to buy Lurrus. Play our Shadow. Definitely could get like destroyed by Fury, but I don't think I care. And maybe I should, but I don't think I do. Islets. Maybe I should have cared more than I seem to, but I don't think I do. Don't think I do. Okay, they're gonna go get it, I believe. Yeah, this is not great, but I think it's fine. So they're gonna have 2 cards in hand. Yeah, maybe I should have cared. I don't know. The way I played this might have been a mistake. This is just a kind of tough matchup, but I think we kind of made a mistake. Please have a land here. No lands. No dice. No dice. Stomping Ground? So do we want to make them discard a card? Play Goyf? I think I'm kind of down with that. This might be a mistake, though. Unsettled Mariner. So next turn we get to go... What? What is their hand? okay. It's not that great. Okay, so this is a pretty decent turn for us. I think we wait to attack next turn. And then I think we full swing next turn, to be quite frank. To be quite frank. Okay. Unsettled Mariner. It's not amazing. White, blue. It's not very good. Shadow, Mishra's Bauble. So, let's think here. If we attack with everything, what should we do pre-combat? Should we bobble them? Should we... So bobble costs one more. We do get to surveil, which is kind of nice. And potentially draw a card that could win us the game. Kind of feel like bobble is better than shadow, considering we have another shadow in hand. But we are kind of dead here. So if we swing with everything, they block probably Vesperlark to Lurrus. And then take the rest. I don't think they need to block everything. They probably just don't even block. No, DRC they would block with Vesperlark, right? That makes sense. The better question is, what else should we do, and like how we should do it. I feel like we want to bobble, because I feel like we need to find something to win this game. Now, I'm not exactly certain what that is. I feel like it's a removal spell. And I think we have to think about, like, how are we going to win this game at that point? I don't think playing Shadow really does that much. Consider just because we have another Shadow, so I'm going to go bobble here. Don't think we want to land, and we definitely don't want to land. I think we are going to crack this peatlands. Another bobble. A DRC. It's pretty decent. Top. And it's very, I didn't even think about this. Our DRC isn't even online, so that is fantastic. That is very good for us. Now I think we just swing with Shadow and Goyf. Start getting in there. I mean, how do they block Goyf? It'll be a 4/5, so they could block Subtlety and Mariner to Goyf. Yeah, I don't think that's very good. Just swing Shadow. They probably block with Vesperlark, which I think is fine. Oh, they don't even block. Interesting. Ooh, I should have... I messed up. 100% should have cracked the baubles. Yeah, we'll pay one. Smoke Braider, not very good. I don't think we want to actually crack the second bauble because I don't think we want to turn on our DRC. All right, they conceded. Sweet. I mean, I don't think they're actually dead here. Although, see if we would have cracked our other bauble, which I think we might have had to, just considering we have another DRC on top anyways, so we can block. Kind of curious what our next card after this was. I think if I would have thought about it in the tank, I think it's correct to crack the bobble just because we knew we had another DRC on top. So playing around, like trying to keep a blocker back really isn't that important. So anyways, we're on to match number 3. I'm going to grab my water bottle real quick, so I'll be right back. For match number 3, we're on the draw again, which feels so sad. I think we have a respectful keep. We have hand hate. We have a threat. Ooh, Ketria Triome. What could that be? What could Ketria Triome mean? Not very certain, but I think it means that we are thought seizing. I mean, it's not like we're going to hold up a lightning bolt against a Ketria Triome. Okay. Huh. Well, I think we just take the 2 Cascaders. Yeah. Alright. This is definitely going to be a tough one. I think this matchup is very good for the opponent. Islands. They don't have another land, but I assume they're going to fire ice us here. Yeah, this is fine. Ooh, Bobble's not bad. Actually, I'm going to bobble ourselves here because we have the option. Scourge? I think we would take Scourge. Eventually, it will be online. Take the Cascader and pass it on up. It will get turned on eventually, especially with this Flooded Strand. What if they're just going to play their Murktide out? It's just going to be a 5/5. That's fine. Terminate. That's pretty well timed. Terminate. Goyf land. Can't really kill Goyf here, which is like pretty awesome. I don't really mind taking 5 down to 6, although it's kind of sketch. Although this is only target creature, so I guess it's not that sketchy. Oh my god, they drew a Cascader. Jesus. Oh lordy Jesus, that's really annoying. Damn. That was the best draw. That is gonna be hard to beat. I guess we have to bolt, terminate, Unholy Heat, go to 1 here. Yeah. Bolt. I guess we can 1, 2, 3, 4. We can just play Goyf. No, Goyf. No, we're just dead here. They just return our creature. Oh, there's no wine out here. Well, let's just pass, and maybe they just like, for some reason, don't dead or gone our Tarmogoyf. Okay, they don't. See if they allow us. Blocking doesn't even matter because these have trample. Okay. They just attack with Murktide. Sick. Sure. If we draw our basic land, we're in this game. Guess that's our out to draw basic land. So any fetch lands us dead. Oh man. Blech. God dang it. We're one life point away from stabilizing, sadly. Yeah, we're just dead. I mean, I guess opponent, show us that you're competent enough to play a Bone Crusher Giant. Show us that you're competent enough to do that. I mean, they weren't competent enough to attack with everything last turn, so damn it. Damn it, so close. All right. Guess we want all of our EEs here. I feel like Kroxa is fine. I don't think we want TBRs here at all. I actually don't think, I mean, definitely Seal of Fire does nothing. I think bolts are just bad. I think all of the other spells are fine. Trophy is really shitty, although it is an answer to Murktide Regent, which I feel like is a weird addition to these decks, but I kind of like it. I guess a K command's fine. And to be honest, I think this is a pretty clean list here. So it's like their deck, I think it's Astrovy's like, this is probably one of the better matchups for it, because the whole point of their deck is to like just kind of cheat on mana, so giving them mana is really not that impactful. I guess this is a fine hand. I guess we're shipping Shadow. Okay, they have a Gemstone Cavern, so they're on the play, which does not feel good. Does not feel good at all. I don't think we're going to want to crack this Verdant in our upkeep, so I think we might as well just bobble them, because we want to be able to play out our Goyf on turn 2. I don't want them to have the ability to ice us. So us not cracking the land is doing that. Yeah, I mean, it feels weird, but I think this is the correct play. There's no real reason to crack this land, and if they ice us off a Tarmogoyf, that's pretty bad for us. All right, opponent, don't poop on us, please. Don't absolutely poop on our parade. Don't have a Cascader. Or honestly, one Cascader is probably fine, but multiple is just like game over. I actually think this matchup's pretty good for us, funnily enough. I haven't had any real issues against them. Guess we're playing out Scourge. Scourge of the Skyclaves. Maybe it should be Kroxa. Kroxa gives us the ability to block with Tarmogoyf, so I kind of like that. Although, maybe this is a mistake. No attack. I'm good. Yeah, I'm fine. Maybe I should have attacked. Seems like I should have attacked. Were they just holding up Fawn? Land? Bobble. Well, do I attack now? Like, I couldn't imagine. I mean, maybe they don't do it. I can honestly see not. No, That is super awkward that they just didn't Cascade. It feels like they have a Cascade. So I think we either want to go with Scourge. You know what? Let's attack. Let's see how bad this goes for us. No. God. Okay, so problem. If we attack, they do that. They trade a thing for Argoyf, and that's just like super shitty for us. So I guess we kind of can't do that. Guess we're kind of forced to play DRC here. I don't even think playing Scourge is that good for us. Surveil. They probably stomp this or something like that. Gone it, something. I don't know. I'm trying to find a land here. Fetch land would be super, super good. Or any land, to be honest. Yeah, fire it. It's fine. That is fine. Fatal Push, I think we should keep. I guess we're just bobble them now for that reason. They have a Footfalls. So if they don't suspend, then we definitely know they have a Cascader in hand, and there's just like no reason to not hold back. Although this turn I will attack because of Fatal Push exactly. Oh, wow. They are playing risky here. Thoughtseize? Yes. Perfect. Perfect. That is actually perfect. Feels like they might have to force negation this. If they have it. Thoughtseize was quite literally perfect. Okay, let's see. One. So I guess we get to attack with our Goyf here. Yeah. I didn't think they had force negation, but definitely do get to attack with the Goyf here. Alright. Come on, land. Land would be so helpful. Oh, thank God. Doing us a favor. I mean, now I would trade Goyf for a Rhino. Endurance. Us. Blood Crypt. Fatal Push here. Alright, and I think we are like super far ahead. If they somehow have an EE in their Cascade deck, then I guess we lose, but I'm not going to play around that. Another Verdant. Guess we are attacking with Scourge. Guessing they're going to double block here. In that case, we should fetch shock. Let's see, this is on 2, yeah. So we'll fetch shock. Oh, they're only blocking with 1? No shot. No shot they only block with 1. I mean, they only block with 1. Cool. If they... What's up? Wow, they only block with 1. Weird. Why are they blocking with just 1? Guess we want to fetch shock here. I'm just like... I am confused. I guess we'll buy Lurrus too. Why'd they block with 1? I don't think really blocking with 1 does that much. Maybe I'm mistaken. I mean, they get blown out by quite a bit, but... Okay, I mean, they're going to have a shitload of Rhinos. Don't really know if it even necessarily saves them. Oh my god. Alright, well, that's much easier. Oh, sometimes we just draw it. That was it. That was the spice. That was the spice. Yeah, I don't think we want anything. Maybe Dothy is fine, but I don't think we really even want Dothy, so I think we are fine with our list exactly. We do have to be very concerned about Endurance, though. That is something that I'm glad we saw, and I kind of forgot about that was in their deck. And it is very good to think about and know about. Some issues. Goyf is very good, but I think our hand's just bad here. I think this hand's pretty decent. I'm gonna bottom this swamp. Bottom the swamp. I think it's always best to lead with Peatland in matches where specifically your life total does not matter. So I think I would say it matters in this one. Like it doesn't not matter, but I don't think it matters too much. To the point where I wouldn't want to lead off with this. Maybe I shouldn't, but I think it's fine. God, they have so many of these modal spells that it just like makes their hand look so weird. But their hand's pretty decent. I don't think I'd really care if they ice us. I'd honestly rather just get Lurrus in our hand the following turn. I don't really care. And like as long as we have like a fatal push up, I feel pretty safe. As long as we have a fatal push up. Let me see something real quick. Oops. Okay, let's see what opponent is thinking about. What are they thinking about? Why are they in the tank? That is the question. Why we in the tank? Where am I lagging? Have I crashed? Have we crashed? Okay, opponent is in the tank, I guess, for some reason. I mean, I guess thinking about whether or not they want to ice us is kind of respectable. I believe that could be respectable. Don't think it necessarily is. I guess realistically, they could be thinking about if they what land. I don't really know. Maybe they're just getting a sandwich. So that's probably what's going on. They have probably stepped away from their computer, and we are just gonna sit here and wait. We shall sit here and wait. Ba, 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 ba. Oh man, we love just chillaxing and relaxing. Oh, they have made a play. They have played their Misty Rainforest and fetched immediately. Uh-oh, they're fetch shocking. So I'm guessing they're icing us on our upkeep. It's actually like a fairly good question. Do we tap this? I don't think we do. I feel like that would be a very interesting question to ask. If like tapping peatlands is respectable there. And I feel like it might be. So, hello there, Derek. I think we shouldn't pay 2 life. Uh-oh. Do I remember? Wait. Yes, sir. What about it? Did you take it down? Oh my god, why are they fetching? Okay, this is fine. We get to play our Scourge out as a 5/5. Oh, bangers. That is hype AF. That's awesome. That is hype. I'm guessing you played with the tier 0 deck that everyone thinks is not a deck. That'd be my assumption at least. Okay, so their hand is something. What is their hand? I'm just going to go for a fatal push here. Why did I Fatal Push? That was dumb. I should have just attacked. They don't block. Wow. Interesting. Let's just push the other one now. Well, that's awesome. What did you play in the finals? Suspending a Footfall. The problem is they have this stupid Dead Gone in hand. So if they want to go to 1, I'm down to go to 1. We are down to go to 1, my friends. I think this is maybe why I should terminate instead of pushing. Okay. Guess we just take Dead Gone. I don't think we care about endurances. We can just kill them next turn, so. I guess we just terminate 1 on the end step? No, let's just buy Lurrus. Why not? If they just want to be in this abyss where they're chump blocking with endurances, I think I'm kind of cool with that. Maybe this is bad. I don't know. I could definitely see, like, this being a mistake, though. Well, why don't you just win that one, Derek? What's the Innistrad Championship? Ooh. Alright, we are attacking. Are you blocking? You are blocking. Ooh. Well, that's freaking hype. Guess we're just Kroxing. I don't even know, like. I think we're, like, just happy here. Well, congrats. I mean, I don't know what's more hype. I think the 7K, their 70K is better than the PT, to be honest. But both are definitely cool. Is it, wait, hold up. Is it on Arena, though? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Is it on Arena, though? Yeah. Who cares about Arena, right? Just kidding. I guess we go for... Yikes. Imagine being forced to play Arena. Let's just go for Terminate. Oh, okay, that's cool. I thought you'd actually have to, like, spend money or something. I actually should have led with Trophy again. Oh, yikes. All right, well, we won game 3. We're getting on to match number 4. We won match 3. We're getting on to match number 4. That's a yikes. Wait, who is Willie Idol? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ugh. Ugh. Is this someone I should know? God, we're up against your stupid deck, Derek. I hate it. Hall of Famer? Oh, that's cool. Was it even close? I mean, I feel like that's a very good matchup for you, but maybe it's not. I'm not sure. Do we want a Scourge? Kind of down with a Scourge. How bad is it? Show me how dead I am, opponent. Flooded Strand. Oof. I feel like, you know, it's funny because, like, I don't even think Blood Moon is necessarily that good against the deck. More that it's just, like, kind of annoying to have to deal with. But I'm not actually certain. Because, like, when I was playing it, I just don't think I ever cared about it. Yeah, it's just, like, I don't know. It felt like it really wasn't that great, but, like, I mean, obviously it's a good card. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, Blood Moon's not good against that deck. I mean, it's a deck that doesn't play any basics, but I don't know. It felt interesting. See if we can just get to do the TBR stuff. Yeah, it's sometimes. Yeah, well, I mean, like, as long as you have your basic. Well, they just haven't played their Flooded Strand. Interesting. Like, as long as you don't play out your or as long as you get your forest, you're like fine 90% of the time. It seems like. What's going on? What are we doing here, opponent? Imagine playing this list. Oh, Derek, I actually played against a elementals list that had like essentially all of the I probably should have played Fetchland before attacking here. All of like pretty much like the whatchamacallit. Oh my god, I can't think now because I'm just so smart. The humans mana base, which felt really interesting to me. Felt very, very interesting. All right, opponent, let's just not have a Solitude. Pog. Solitude would be AIDS. Please, no. No Solitudes. And, like, they didn't even have Ephemerates, which I thought was weird. I feel like Ephemerate's pretty good. Yeah, I didn't think it was very good, but I was confused. I mean, I would say I was confused, but, like, I was definitely just, like, interesting. All right, well, we're going to go for the win. Because this is a bad matchup, and we kind of have to do it. Thoughtseize. No. Well, feel like this matchup is bad enough to the point where I am down to just go for it. Solitude me. Oh? You are dead? Hey! You know, it's weird. Derek, I mean, I would assume you know, but is this a bad matchup? I have yet to lose the Elemental deck. I mean, I feel like it could get changed very quickly by you, because I feel like the people I've been playing just don't know what they're doing, but actually wait. I took out the Assassin trophies last time. I don't think Teamer Battle Rage is good against this version. This is the version that actually runs Solitude, I believe. Has to be. But I've yet to lose to it. I'm probably jinxing myself right now, but on paper, I feel like it's a very, very difficult matchup. Although I don't think I've played against someone that is like super competent with the deck, like super knowing of what to do. But I could be wrong. I mean, I don't hate this hand. Doesn't really have a threat though. It's mulligan. All right, this is much better. Yeah, 100% better. Ba, 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 bang, bang, bang. So, do you just get to keep the God account? It's the real question. These are the real questions you got to ask yourself. You know, interesting. I mean, you must be like so hyped right now. Just like, first of all, getting to that's so awesome. That's just like freaking hype. I don't even know, like, I'm just like, that's just fucking sick. Did you even drop a game? It's the real question. I mean, we have a bunch of real questions, but did you drop a game? Or a match, I should say? Did you just run through it? I mean, this deck right here is absurd. If you want to be winning, I think you should definitely be running this deck. I think my record with that Elementals deck is like 14-1, I think. And I'm not even an expert with the deck. Ah, I'm down. Wait, don't kill both things, please. Oh no. All right. Well, we are slightly behind now. But I guess we have a base of... We just have a bunch of removals. Ooh, EE in the deck? Interesting. I mean, I guess we're like fine. It's not that good. We're at 22 life, so that's kind of shitty. We are at 22 life. It's going to be kind of difficult to, let's just say, play some creatures. Okay, Flamekin Harbinger. You have got it. Risen Reef. Deal. Thoughtseize. Why not? Alright. Here we are, playing Magic in a questionable spot, to say the least. I guess we can let this resolve first. Yeah, I don't think there's any real reason to just like do it. Oop, no, not Bolt. Heat the Risen Reef. Yeah, I'm gonna hold my fetch as well, just in case we draw a Bobble or something like that. Maybe we should have bolted. Heat's probably better than Bolt. I don't know why I did that. Oh my god. So good. Well, now we're just gonna buy Lurrus. And like, we might as well bobble now. I don't think there's any real reason to not bobble now. Like, kind of sucks, but I think it's fine. Like, if they have an endurance, they have an endurance. Actually, they can't cast an endurance. Never mind. Inquisition, Thoughtseize. These are fine. Do you have another Ephemerate? Jeez. Well, that's pretty bad for us. That is very bad for us. Yikes. Maybe I was just impatient here. I don't know why I'm even bobbling them. They're not going to draw this card. They're going to just draw a Risen Reef. Okay, so we get to Bolt. Bolt, Thoughtseize away the Omnath. God. Definitely a weird game. Where is a Death Shadow at? Don't give us a Scourge, please. Our -10, -10 card is not looking too hot. Gotta say. Oh, another Risen Reef? Alright. Well, I guess we do that. Guess we empty out their hands. Can deal with their board eventually. It's just, I mean, we're gonna need them to not draw a Prismatic Ending, sure. It's fine. Prismatic Ending's fine. Shadow, hey, heyo. I mean, Prismatic Ending makes it look very awful, but maybe I should have. I feel like I played this game pretty badly. I'm just gonna put that out there. It always happens, but this goddamn, this god dang Death Shadow. Oh man, we are dead to a land. I mean, like, we're not dead here, but it feels like we're dead. Okay. What are we looking for? Another shadow, please and thank you. Goyf, I guess that is a card. That is a magic card. I guess. Maybe, is Scourge supposed to come out in this matchup? Nah, I don't think so. It's not like they're not going to be hurting themselves very often. Okay, that does it. So they oh yeah, I should have known they were on the canister version when they played, what is it, Utopia Sprawl. 100% should have known. Let's see what's happening. But I feel like I played that game very badly. Like, I don't know, I made a lot of mistakes, but it's okay. Like, first of all, I don't, like, on the, like, basically on the turn where I played out Lurrus, I don't think I should have. Secondly, on the turn after that following, should have bobbled first, see, like, oh, are they drawing a land? No, okay, we don't have to Thoughtseize away the, we don't have to Thoughtseize away the duder. I don't know. I just feel like that was a very bad game. Just a very poor played game by me, which happens a lot. This is definitely a good keep though. Like, hand just does a lot. Has removal spells, has like 2 threats, has some spells for DRC. Like, I think this is like where we want to be. This is where we want to be. Ending's definitely something we should be a little bit concerned about, but I'm not terribly concerned about that card. Oh, that's very good. Like in our opener, I was a little bit concerned about putting back the Goyf because I was like, maybe I should put back Bolt, but drawing second Goyf is just like perfect. I think Goyf is the best threat in this matchup for sure. Are they pathing here? Dude. Yikes. I just like, it's so hard to play around that. Like, I don't, maybe I'm just not supposed to deploy my threats, but I don't think holding up Bolt isn't going to do that much, so. I mean, this is what we lost to last game, so. I mean, don't think there's much we should do. Lands? Another Goyf. Fine with Goyf. Not gonna bolt this first. Just seems kind of... Wait, why did I play out... Okay, just don't even, like, ask me why... Wait. Did they not ephemerate? Oh, it was last turn. Okay, I thought I was just very dumb. And in fact, I am not the smartest, but that was not very dumb. I thought for some reason that they had ephemerate on suspend still, but they did not. Or not suspend, but you know what I'm saying. Whatever the heck that's called. Whatever the heck that is called. Have another ephemerate. Well, I guess we kind of got to bolt this then. Does not feel great. But I feel like with knowing they have an ephemerate, there's not really a point in running out our Tarmogoyf. I might have jinxed it. Seems like we are super far behind this game. And I'm not really certain how we get back. Not very certain how we get back. Especially if they have a Risen Reef here. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Oh, man. Yeah, we are so boned. I guess I don't even know what we're looking for. Guess we're playing out our Goyf here. I jinxed the matchup, yet to lose, and now we're getting pooped on. Yeah, I think this game is all but over. There's like multiple issues going on here. We know they have an ephemerate, so our K command doesn't do anything. Ephemerate essentially even just like blanks our Goyf for a turn, which is kind of a problem. So there are some definite issues here. What are they playing? Oh, is this a Harbinger? Okay, I think we can safely concede this game. I think they could almost get like anything here, and it wouldn't matter. I mean, I would probably just get another Risen Reef. We got an Omnath. I don't know. I tend to like just getting Risen Reefs with that deck, but I'm gonna save myself some time here and just go ahead and scoop this one up. It's not that like. It's not even like I think we even have a chance this game. It's more of like we just would have to hit runner, and I don't even think there is like something that does that. So please no elementals. Please no elementals. Alright, we're into match number 5. Let's hope we're not up against elementals here, because I think okay. Not elementals. Man. If these were not both basics, I think this is a keep, but I don't think we can keep. If these were 2 fetch lands or something, I would instantly snap it off. But sadly, won't do that. Alright. What the hell are we keeping here? I kind of want to keep Kroxa. I mean, okay, so I think we should keep both lands. I think DRC, Bobble, Bolt are fine. And now it's the real question of Shadow versus Kroxa. And I actually am like more on the side of Shadow going to the bottom right now than I am Kroxa. Because I actually feel like Kroxa might be like an alternate win condition here, but it might just be bad. It like also doesn't help that we don't have a way to really like hurt ourselves. Like we can deal 5, but not enough to get Shadow down. So I think I'm going to err on the side of Shadow, although I'm not actually certain if that's correct. I'm definitely uncertain about my decision here, but we shall see. Surveil. I'll keep a Goyf. Goyf is good. Allows us to 2-drop here. Allows us to get a 2-drop down. A swamp is hitting the reveal. It's interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh, they're on this deck. Okay. Well, now we've made a mistake. 100% probably should have kept Shadow, but, you know, stuff happens. Stuff happens. And like this turn, I'm not playing Scourge because there is a card called Creeping Chill, and if they flip that somehow, it is quite brutal for us. So, okay. Oof, they get 2 Vengevines back. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. I mean, we have a 4/5, so it's not that impressive. Not that impressive, but still pretty darn good. Lands? Land's not bad. So we will bolt the Hedron Crab. Surveil something. A bolt. Well, we're not going to keep this anyways, so... Definitely feels kind of bad. Ooh, that's kind of cool. What am I supposed to do? I guess we're just going to get the Scourge down. Canister the nice guy. Ooh, maybe we should play Kroxa here. I'm gonna play Kroxa. No, we're dead if we play Kroxa. What am I supposed to do? Concede? Probably. Hey. Is he giving you a shout out? That's what happened when whatchamacallit, Sam Black gave me a shout out for when I 5-0'd with that cat list, and I got like 10 followers just from doing nothing, which was pretty cool. Yeah, it feels great. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. So like if we play Kroxa, this gets to attack, but I feel like we might be dead. But if I had a shadow, that'd be so good. If this was a shadow instead of a Kroxa, I mean, obviously hindsight's 2020, but I'm just gonna play my Kroxa here. Hindsight is 2020. I guess we kind of just need like TBR to win this game. Oh, another Vengevine. Yeah, that's us dead. All right. Well, we can move on. They hit Vengevine, so that is a sad little day for us. R.I.P. All right, so we have some decent cards here. Trophy. I don't know if we want Trophy. We definitely don't want. I don't think we want Kroxa here. I think all the removal and like discard are good. Goif's good. Scourge might be bad because of Creeping Chill. Kind of convinced about that. I do need to go, but yeah. All right. Well, congrats on everything, but I will see you later. Oh man, hand's so close. Give us another land, and I keep in a heartbeat. I think we should keep this. I think we should keep this. It might be bad, but I think we kind of got to keep it. Okay. Glimpse is probably the take. We could take Unearth, but don't think that's that good. I mean, we both kind of kept a Sketcher. It's either Crab or Glimpse, and I could definitely be convinced of either. It's definitely not Prize Mountain Gravecrawler, Stitcher's Supplier, I don't think. I think those are the three bad options. I think it's Glimpse. I think it's Glimpse purely because if we don't find a land next turn, I think if they find a land in their next 2 turns, that's the worst case scenario for us. Whereas if we don't find a land, we can deal with the stuff that's going on. So I think I'm gonna play for the we aren't drawing a land line. Stitcher's Supplier. They got a Creeping Chill and a Bloodghast and a Gravecrawler. That's not great. That's kind of respectable. Let's just play a Shadow. Seems pretty decent. Seems pretty decent. We would have loved to hit a land, but, you know, didn't happen. If they hit a Vengevine, we are, like, so screwed. Narcomoeba, fine. How dead are we, opponents? I feel like this shouldn't be that bad of a matchup, but it's probably going to look like it's a bad matchup. Guess they're just going to cast a Gravecrawler here. I mean, if we get land and Slam Dothy, I feel like we're actually pretty well off here. Did they just okay, they unearthed. I think we're gonna hit the Citrus Supplier. Actually, I guess we can hit the Bloodghast because we're gonna have the Spell Bomb next turn. Land, ugh. Oh man, this feels so bad. Guess if we... They used their Unearth, so I guess if we just get rid of their Hedron Crab, we might be okay. I'm not certain. Not certain at all. I mean, we definitely kept a very risky hand. We're getting super punished for it. And that happens, right? They found a Glimpse. Oh my god, they hit 2 Narcomoebas. Oh my god. I mean, well, we're dead. I mean, I think this was... So, the thing is, we knew their hand, realistically, and, like, I think we took a very, like, reasonable line of just, like, try and stem the bleeding, hope that we draw land next turn. I mean, we die here. Which definitely doesn't feel great. I think I also kept a risky hand. Like, it's definitely something you probably should mulligan. But, like, I think the matchup is... last time I played this deck, I had a very hard time finding my Graveyard Hate. And maybe we should have let off on Spell Bomb. Like, that definitely would have kept us in definitely in a better position. I probably would. It just kind of... I'm just like having a hard time realizing why people don't like the monkey in this list. And I've been trying to figure that out because I've had quite a few people tell me that monkey is not good. And like I've just had the complete opposite like thoughts. Like, and I know it's like almost like a common consensus, and like I'm just having a very hard time realizing it because I've just been very unimpressed with Kroxa. I think I'm having a hard time grasping why people aren't high on monkey. And like sometimes people say like, oh, it like dies, or it just like if they have a hard time getting it through, but I just haven't had that issue in this deck. And like if they're I'm genuinely happy when my opponent is like spending their removal on Death Shadow, or on not on Death Shadow, on monkey early. Like I don't really care, and like I don't know. Like I have a hard. I don't know. I think playing Kroxa might be reasonable, but I also have. I feel like monkey might be where you want to be, and I don't know. Maybe people have tried it, and like maybe if someone would just like specifically tell me, because I'm just like I understand a lot of people have had this, and like I might be 110% wrong. I'm not like saying that I'm right, but I'm just like having a hard time realizing why monkey is not like stock in these lists. I'm just like I'm not sure, but